gives that little pause, a little preview, says go live, then we gotta ease into it before I get to say how's it going, Nakama. Brit is back with some One Piece 1166. As always, I'm joined by the main dude. What it do, Samurai Drew?
What it do, the late night crew.
The late night crew.
News. You know what it do. No, very excited to get back on the horse. Kind of sad though. Last episode of the anime came out, so for a while.
Yeah, they're gonna go on hiatus.
We're gonna be on hiatus for a second with that, so we'll have to really dig into the manga here while we got it.
True, but at the same time, I think it's going to be a good thing, just because they're going to go into, and we'll start the chapter here soon, we promise. But the big thing is, and the big news, everyone, is that One Piece is going to start going into 12-episode seasonal cours, maybe 13 to 14 at the most, but really in that 12 to 14 range. And that's how it's going to be. So they're going to be able to focus on making better episodes and content. So I'm fine with that. Yeah. I'd actually be interested, Samurai, in your opinion on the new era.
It's so hard to get people interested in it. So we love it when there's like a fast forward button or whatever. If they are going to do something like that, but.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, now we're gonna fast forward. Come on, now we want to slow it down a little bit. But no, maybe honestly, the best is one chapter per ep. That'd be great. I would be happy with that.
I'd be happy with that, but at the same time, I think in the beginning it was like 2.5, which is kind of that pacing you kind of want. So like one chapter is the first half of the episode, and another chapter is the second, and then that other half might be sprinkled in as far as like the ending and stuff.
Then they started really slowing it down though. Then they were like, oh hell, we can't keep doing that. We're gonna burn up.
Like Dressrosa, like literally like but then they also started doing the filler. So it was one, like Naruto suffered the worst from it. Naruto had years of filler, which was like really, really bad. Like I just don't know what else to say about that. So I'm glad we didn't go that route, but at the same time, like there was like a year of filler of some kind for One Piece. Yeah, Late Night Crew is here to reminisce about old school anime and new school manga. How about that?
We love. Oh man, I forgot. You haven't seen the first cover page, have you?
No. So I am logging in right now, and we are ready for the sip. Yeah. And react. Cheers, brother.
Hey, oh yeah, cheers. I'll get my jug.
Oh, okay. So we've got Yamato. So we've got an autumn One Piece color spread. Yamato with Oden Nisoro on their shirt. It looks like they're eating hot sweet potatoes. So it's something where they they cook them in leaves or something like that, in aluminum. And Tanuki dogs really love them.
Where's its balls?
Where's what?
Where's the Tanuki's testicles?
Yeah, right. It was the devil fruit eater, right?
That's not all of them. I thought they all had big balls.
Oh, I have no idea. So I thought there was going to be a joke about Chopper being a Tanuki dog, but he's on the other side of Usopp not being mistaken for a Tanuki. Then you've got Zoro with cast off on his shirt. He's got like a camouflage shirt. He's kind of struggling with the hotness of it. You've got Otama, right? I want to say this is Otama with purple hair. Otoko is with pink hair with that smiled and couldn't stop smiling. Otama is the cheeks. So here's her as she's a Kunoichi with her mentor Shinobu. You've got Luffy wearing glasses. I like glasses on Luffy.
I think this is a call out for Naruto's mangaka, because this fox was also in his tie-in cover page. I want to look at that again now that I think about it.
That was cool.
This feels like a tie-in for Naruto, but
You've got Nami looking very adorable, eating one. Again, it's fall, so they're dressed warmly. You've got little Tanuki ninja, and then you've got foxes on a bridge in the back, just like dancing adorably. Again, Yamato's eating one, Shinobu's eating one. Based on request, Yamato and Otama collecting fallen leaves and baking sweet potatoes with Tanukis and foxes. Thank you, Naoma finished the yard. See, there's moments like these when I really value being a One Piece fan. And it's like the names that they would send in for, okay, Yanoma finished the yard work. Thank you, Yanoma finished the yard work. We appreciate you for finishing the yard work. Any thoughts? We've got a 19 pages. Well, 17. This is 2, so we've got 17 pages. So, any thoughts before I jump in?
Oh no! I love the colors, the fall colors. A lot of those, but now they're all gone up where I'm from.
Right. It's one where one of the streams we might do at the end of the year. Now that's the end of the year is like our favorite color spreads from.
Oh yeah.
From. I almost called this Egghead from Elbath so far, so we can do that later. But, all right, I'm going in 3, 2, 1. I'll for those who aren't here, we take turns going back and forth, and and this happens after a lot of color spreads. Since we're going back and forth, I don't want to mix it up too much, so I'll only do 2 and 3 still, and then I'm fine with starting off with one page because I did mostly the color spread. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow, all right. Generous.
All right. So I'm going on into page 3 in 3, 2, 1. All right. News Stories, chapters 1166. And we open with Roxy Zebek laying down. It looks like the overload that they pushed in of hockey that they pushed into him has cleared him of Eam. Koof, koof. Has the curse worn off? And he's thinking that. And then you've got the sword would be Roger, and then the other guy laying forward is Gart. So yeah, called it. Yeah. So you've got Roger, you've got Gart. Are they passed out?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're like making snoring sounds.
Like just that sound is the rain landing on them.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Well, I leave this island alive, and he's like trying to talk, and it looks like there's like exclamation points. So I'm not sure what's happening. So I want to turn it over to you whenever you're if you could take a quick break.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Okay.
Nope, guess not. Roger Garp, you better run. No reason to stick around and die with me. Oh, right. Forgot to say one thing. And then he's thinking right before, before he dies here. I'm glad you stopped me. Thanks. Shunk.
So do you think they let Roger live?
Well, I think that he's all alone right now. So I think some time has passed.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Well, because he is like wanting them to go. But I think I can see both pages. So let's go to the next one. Unless you want to.
Nope. Go ahead.
And then here we got some loyal crewmates here. Where's Rox? You worry about your enemy? You guys are my enemies too. What happened to Rox, Rayleigh? They killed him. So I don't know. Maybe they were pretty close. Maybe they like killed him, and then that let Rayleigh and Scopper grab the heroes.
Yeah.
And so now we got some, what maybe looks like Marines. Hurry, the island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger's ship is on the move. Open fire. Absent from the pages of recorded history. And so, yeah, the island is like a big smoldering ruin.
Here's the thing. Garp now has a debt to pay. And that could have been just raising Ace. Just throwing that out there. That kind of makes more sense. I know it doesn't. I know he wouldn't like hold it over him in his death, but like, it now makes more sense on why he took it over and why I would say that Roger trusted him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Do you remember when Zoro rescued Smoker?
Yeah.
This is giving Zoro rescuing Smoker.
I very much agree with that. I very much agree with that. So, all right. So that is all on that end. We can talk about a lot of it in the sip and discuss. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
right.
good.
I'm going on in the to the what is that? 6 and 7 in 3, 2, 1. So we open to like a curtain falling on a stage. The island crumbled in on itself, and you cut to Garp just passed out and was shrouded in a deep mist. And you have Whitebeard, who's with Marco Polo, or Polo Marco. And then you have Lin Lin looking on. I'm going to cut to the other side and then do the middle. Wow. But after a brief moment of silence, a massive bolt of lightning with countless branches split the sky. And with that, a number of new stories began. And in that countdown, in that the panel dissension, let's say, you have Kaido going up into the skies. You have Dragon, who's probably confiscated a ship. You've got Baby Shanks in the gold chest. You've got Kuma being with Genie and Ivankov. And you've got Baby Blackbeard in, I'm guessing, his mother's arms. This is a broad account of what This is a broad account of what happened in the mysterious, obscure God Valley incident. Let's make our escape. Full speed ahead. Yeah, and that's you got Roger ship booking it, as well as like Navy ship with some other pirate ships mixed in. So it's really this just like the sky splitting, everything's opening up.
Yeah. Wow. Good little page. I don't know if I can remember him drawing one like this, but it makes you just think about how like revolutionary and like how like important God Valley was. Like this is like the start of how we know our great pirate era. So I don't know. It's pretty cool.
And with that, we also have the name of the chapter coming into play. And with that, a number of new stories began. New stories. So chapters 1166 coming into play. So, all right, let's go on.
Okay. We still gotta wait? Yes. Not until Roger wakes up. And then, so, this is gonna be so fun. Hurry up, Captain Roger. I want to open those chests. Roger gets up. He's like, Roger, sorry to worry you all like that. You're good. You're better now. Anyway, check this out. Were you really worried for me or not? And then he's like, you know, like wondering, but, oh, let's go. MVP. We got Shocky out and safe and sound. And Rayleigh's over here, like, post morning. And she seems satisfied.
Yeah.
And now we have, oh man, I love that. I want that cross to keep coming into the picture. Because I swear I've seen, anyway. We got some treasure. And we made off with all this treasure. Wow, what a haul. So that's what they're waiting for to get into. Anything that you can comment on this page?
No, I feel like with the treasure chest, we're about to see the introduction of a baby.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. Hey, that came from inside the chest. Somewhere in there. Careful when you open it. And now we got the destiny about to happen. A baby, and we've seen this shot before, but this one's a little bit clearer now. Now we can see how this actually came to be. A baby, and next to all these jewels, there's Shanks, the jewel of the sea.
Exactly, the jewel of the sea. Basically raised as Rayleigh and Shaki's kid.
Dude, it's got it. Wait, who do you think Rayleigh and Shaki's kid is?
Shanks. Basically raised as their kid.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't
Basically
know.
going to be raised as
Mihawk
their kid.
is their kid.
No.
That makes the most sense.
And that's probably where the rivalry comes from. But again, basically going to be raised. How about that?
Okay, I think it's on you, buddy.
If it's on me, can you look up who's older, Shanks or Drakeo Mihawk?
Drakeo Mihawk is.
Then
I can look it up though.
Okay, if he's older, then he probably wouldn't be their kid. If he was younger, then definitely, because now they're hooking up. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm. No, I know, it's like one of my big flaws in my theory.
Logic! Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go on then. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Drakeo Mihawk is 43, Shanks is 39.
Yeah, so Mihawk has already been born. The Fall of the Rocks Pirates, and you cut to... I'm guessing this is... I've never seen this island. The story, of course, was heavily sanitized, and prominently featured the exploits of Garp the hero. Here we go. The Rocks Pirates are done for, so you have... Not sure. Always look at the newspaper. Can't really make out what that says. But there's generally always a hint. Rocks is dead, and you have people starting to celebrate. I just knew Vice Admiral Garp was the real strongest man around. Garp. Now there's a true hero. So Garp was kind of like All Might.
Mm-hmm.
So like how All Might in My Hero Academia was the hero of like the hero in Shining Light. Garp was also like that, but there's also like this dark backside behind it. And he does not like that. What is this drivel? Vice Admiral Garp, stop. Bring me this Morgan's guy. He needs the answer for this. Oh, stop it, Garp. The government clearly paid him off to write this. And I'm guessing that's Sengoku.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm looking at the next page, and it is Sengoku. The government and the Navy are both massive organizations. And you have Sengoku looking like a Chad. Of course, he wasn't there. Hanging out in the emergency ward with Garp, and there's someone behind him. If you include the militaries of all the member countries, there are tens of millions of soldiers across the world. It is impossible to be completely aware of what every last one of them is doing. So when I notice that the upper management is doing something insane, I can just look the other way. What? And then they start fighting. That's what I hate about you, Sengoku. You ladder climbing fool. Yep, there you go. Shut up. What is it barking from the bottom of the cliff? What is barking from the cliff going to accomplish? Stop it, you two. I mean, here you go. You fight from within, fight from the outskirts, kind of thing. If you turn out like them, I'm going to kill you myself. Well, with friends like you, how can I possibly go wrong? Don't tell me you're quitting, Garp. You some kind of idiot. I've got plenty to protect down at the bottom of the cliff, as you call it. Okay, so Garp stayed to protect others. keep in mind he has a 15-year-old at this point. Like, that's also, like, he's a dad at this point.
He's wanted for war crimes right now.
He probably might be now that he's awake. We haven't found this out yet. So it's on to you once you're all set. Samurai Drew's got page 12.
Finally, we're back to Elbaf. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Back to Elbaf. Whoa! Whoa! You're back again? I'm not taking you with me. How many times do I have to say it, Squirt? You really think I have kids? I take kids onto my crew? And so now Oda draws him kind of more in a gentler face here, which is kind of funny from when we first met him. And we still see Loki crying. What a mess. Ignored by the guy whose attention I want, and followed around by some annoying snot-nosed brat instead. Oh, here we go, Nika. Here's a Nika reference. I think you're Nika, Rox. Nika? The warrior of liberation. He laughs as he tears down the world. He tears it down?
Right. Well, okay, this is his interpretation of Nika. The kids gave us that when we first started.
The first world. Nika.
Yeah. But again, remember, the kids gave us the interpretation of Nika in their, like, what are you afraid of? And it's very much similar to Loki's thoughts. So, really interesting.
As he tears down the world. He tears it down? Well, I'm going to be king of the world. If anyone's got that kind of power, it's Harold. Huh? And so, now, we go on to page 13. Listen to this, Loki. Slumbering somewhere out there in the world is a bunch of incredible destroyers by the name of Galela. And the guy who can actually control them is your old man. I could have all the outlaws in the world under my command. If me and Harold team up, who could possibly stop us? Okay, so he goes, wow, that's cool. So why doesn't my dad team up with you? Because of love. But I'll keep coming back 200 times. 200 as many times as it takes. And so now Loki's reading the newspaper and crying, and looks out into the distance of Elbaf and to the lowest ranks of their society.
And it's one where it's now getting Rox's flashback makes all the more sense as a part of Loki telling the story in a flashback of himself and his father, and understanding why he's after him. Apparently, Harold can control the Galilea. Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Or order them, not maybe control, maybe. Well, I don't know, maybe.
This could be like some Attack on Titan level stuff.
Oh, crap.
Alright, I am going to take over to page 14, alright? Are you all set?
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. There's been an assault. It was King of Elbaf. On a certain island. Has he hurt any civilians? No. It's a giant ruffian that is beating, but it's so brutal. You still don't get it, do you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I'll never pillage the humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. And Harold is just like taking it out on this giant. All of you scum with your size as your only quality are the ones who built the giant's history of terror. And because of you, no one believes us. They believe that we seek peace. They believe that we seek a peaceful seat among the nations of the world. So they don't believe that we seek a peace. Okay. As he's pummeling this dude.
Right.
And destroying a city as he does it. Your Majesty, he's unconscious. I wanted Elbaf to join the world government to avoid losing their faith. And that was why I couldn't help him. My greatest friend...
Right.
My greatest friend begged me for help, and I turned him back. I left him there to die. Whoever's side is, whose side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like mine. So lend me your aid.
Right. Please, please, please. Yeah.
So, like, not only is Harold taking out his frustration of not being able to join the world government, he's taking out his guilt of, like, I let Rox die. And he's officially saying, like, all those times when he's just like, get out of here, what are you doing here, blah, 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 my greatest friend.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
That's pretty heavy. It's like my greatest friend. So, and especially when you think of how One Piece is structured as, like, this is a journey of friendship, that is heavy.
Yeah, and that's why Rox didn't make it. You know, then that's why Luffy will.
But and also, it's interesting because he's now showing his love for Rox so much, but he probably won't tell Loki how much he loves Rox. Because he doesn't want Loki to be influenced negatively. Oh, good.
But as we can see, Loki's already influenced plenty.
So much for that.
All right.
So, all right, yeah. Let's see what causes him to rip off his horns. Does he murder this guy?
All right. Well, we'll see. Okay, here we go. On to page 16. He's crying. Now I cannot turn back from this path. I refuse to overlook the evil of the giants. And everyone's like looking on, like, what the heck? He's having kind of a moment. The king of the giants becomes deranged. That's what the newspapers are saying. Navy headquarters, underground cells. Ka-chunk. Now we see where frickin' Dragon is. I'm quitting the Navy, Dad. I know. I'm disgusted with you. I know. And so now we see that Garp let Dragon out of his cell and got him out of there. So that's fun. And it also is great that Oda didn't make it Impel Down, because nobody's escaped Impel Down besides Golden Lion, Cheeky. So good little... I'm just glad they didn't accidentally do that. Got anything for that? That's a good little... Page 16 is fun.
Nah, I think this is... I think we're getting close to when he's just going to mutilate himself. So I'm ready. We just... Like, that was pretty intense as far as, like, a flashback for Rox's story. But, again, for Loki's context and what Harold's about to do, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Alright, on to page 17. Harold! I've made up my mind, Ida. Chief General, it's time for me to set aside these half measures. Howard and Loki. Howard and Loki, you are my sons, and I love you both. I want you two to work together. To support Elbaf after I'm gone. And, it's an Elbaf Royal Navy ship. What? Navy headquarters, Marineford. I'm very sorry, King Harold, but I've been instructed not to allow you to land. Okay, so we got him been like, hey guys, he's kind of doing like a farewell here, so it's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So now on.
Is it? Oh, wait. Oh, I get to wrap us up.
Yes, you do.
All right. I think we're about to see I'm about to see some mutilation. So going on. Raise a hand. Officers of the Navy and dignitaries of the world government, please hear me out. And he grabs his horns. And oh, that's not as gruesome as I thought. Officers of the Navy, please hear me out. And he rips his horns off. What? Yow! So again, now it's happened. Allow me this chance to atone for 1,000 years of history. I want to apologize for all the mistakes that Giant Kind has made. I wish to prove my oath of peace so that the children of Elbaf can lead fruitful lives without hurting anyone, so that they can live hand in hand with humanity. I want a chance to atone for our sins. If that means I be a... Harold's a slave.
Is he's still alive? That'd be crazy.
So...
I don't like this.
I don't like this at all.
I don't like this.
Well, how about... I think it's time for us to cheers and toast. Somebody says a toast for kicking butt. Let's go for about 14 more minutes. Yeah, this is pretty jarring. Like, I don't think he becomes one because he comes back and rules the country. But what is that how the giants now became close to the country? Is he was a slave of the government?
Oh right. Well, it reminds me of Imo and Kashi, how they got tricked to be those guardians.
Yeah, because the God Valley incident was 43 years ago? 42 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up real quick. When was the God Valley? 38 years ago in the timeline.
And how long were Imo and Kashi... Or, not Imo and Kashi, how long were Imo and Kashi,
they're imprisoned at this point, because they were in prison for 50 years, so it had been 12 years. So, in this context, I would probably say 38 years, everything, so whoever's younger than 38 obviously wasn't a part of all this craziness, so, I'm very interested in where we go from here, because if this is 38 years ago, he died 12 years ago canonically. I think it was 14 years ago canonically. So if he died 14 years ago, it'd been 24 years of him being some type of subservient to Emu, because we're seeing Emu in the very last. We're seeing Emu's eye, at least, in the very last panel. But Harold went to Marijois and took it off his horns as a repent to so he chose this path. I think this is the biggest context of the story is I chose this path, so there's no going back. I have to repent for all of this. I could have not chosen this path of peace, given up on being a partner of the world government, and gone with Rox, and we would never have been, but I denied Rox, and I can't not continue down this path. Does that make sense? And that explains why, that explains a lot of things. But explains why he worked with the world government. And Loki was even talking about how he hated his father for being a dog of the world government. We now know this is how. Who knows? He probably had the Galilea people he was controlling. So there's lots of different options of what he was doing over the 24 years when he was in control. This is for the kids of Elbaf to be able to live free as a member of the world government. Unfortunately, this doesn't mean they're going to live free, which is what he's going to find out. But yeah.
I didn't see Dragon being captured on my bingo card. I thought that he got away. I don't know about you.
His dad didn't just free him?
No, no. Well, before that, I'm just surprised that he's even captured in the first place. I thought he took over the Navy boat like we predicted. But no, he got put in the brig.
Navy HQ underground cells.
Yes.
Now I cannot turn back from this path. I refuse. So, also they knocked some sense into him, but they didn't defeat him. He was defeated by someone else. Rayleigh and Scopper probably got there right in time before they were killed. They saved Garp in that instance. So, and then there's also the distinction between Sengoku wanting to fight through the very beginning to get there, and then Garp yelling from the, what do they call it? Yelling from the...
Yelling?
Yelling from the bottom of a cliff. So they actually had a fight about this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Suru was there too. No, she wasn't. It was just rank and file.
Yeah. Rank and file. What does that word mean again?
Oh, what does it mean? Basically, just the people who just like serve. It's just another rank and file officer. Gotcha. So just another person. You had Shanks being able to get some sleep and being found out as the newest member of the Roger Pirates. Again, you've got all the new stories happening from this incident. Garp's story, Roger's story, Whitebeard, Linlin, Kaido, Dragon, the Revolutionary, Shanks. You have Kuma, and then you have Blackbeard. So it's like so many stories survived this island.
I know. It's cool. And then you wonder where One Piece, maybe the last battle of One Piece will be like this, and we'll have other One Piece stories. But who knows?
The island collapsing in on each other makes me think that this is Innie's lobby, but this is in the West Blue.
Yeah.
So is there a hole in the West Blue? I'm guessing that's the big thing.
I don't, but no, right? The answer is no so far.
So far. But, alright. Any other thoughts for the, probably, we're doing pretty well. We can go ahead and wrap up, or we can cover any other thoughts.
No. In fact, I'm starting to, my stomach's feel a little queasy right now.
Oh, no, you're good.
No. Yeah.
I think that this is a good place to end off then. Hopefully Samurai Drew feels a little bit better, depending on what he ate. We'll see where it goes from there.
That's what it was. Now I'm starting to gurgle. But
we've got
a chapter though.
Oh yeah, we've got another one in 7 days. So I will be seeing everyone after. Are you going to be able to stream for the Sunday after Thanksgiving?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We should be back at 10, but we'll see how the numbers do. Maybe what did we call it? Hashtag Night Crew. Late Night Crew might be something we want to run with. But to all those who stopped by, we really appreciate you. We are officially out of the Rogers portion of the Herald portion of the Loki flashback, and now we are into the Herald portion of the Loki flashback. So I'm going to be interested to see what these 24 years turn into, as far as what Loki and Herald really does, and how he gets murdered by his son. But we now know that they control the Galilea, or they can't have the power to. So I'm interested if that's because of the Devil Fruit still or not, or if that's just him.
Maybe Hyrule will have that power now.
Maybe. I would like him to. I would say he's the better of the two brothers. But all right. I thank you all for joining us. I'm the DarkBriton of the Runaway Warlords, and always remember that Nakama, that anime is adulting. Stay reckless, Warlords. Peace.
Bye.
All right, brother.
Cool.
You